Good evening. Welcome back to Tones After Dark. We are gonna be producing some stuff. Was behind a drunk driver. This thinks. Yippee. Hopefully they make it home safe. Hopefully you make it home safe, and hopefully everyone gets to where they're going with no incident. What are we doing tonight? So we have some samples from our dear friend Dog's Bollocks from some sickness type of beat. So first of all, I'm gonna save this project. I love this little break here, but we're gonna be doing some stuff that might not end up as a song, but more so just as like some sound production. We'll start there. We're gonna name this TAD 03 or 260329 because it's the 29th. Hooray. So let's take a look at what we've got here. I'll load them up. Nice. We've got some long samples. We've got a couple short ones, but we'll play them front to back just to hear what we've got going on. And if you are in the Circavision Discord, you know what's coming, you know what's good. Finn was sick recently, so let's take a listen to some coughs. Lovely. So we're going to be doing a couple things today. We are going to look at wavetable creation and what we can do with that, and then I think we'll maybe get into some pad creation through pulse stretching. And we'll have to open up a different program, so I'll have to like make that happen. But let's first cut down everything into something that we can use. I want to check on something too. Just see what's up. Hello everyone. Thank you for tuning in. We're freaking gaming, but musically, like that old app. So let's cut stuff down and let's bounce it out into new things. Did that save the way I think it did? One moment. Going to my projects. Tones After Dark. Looking at the stuff. It didn't do it. Okay. Whatever. That's fine. We can relabel everything else later. We should just pick a cough that we like and start working on it. So let's start with this one. We've got some good stuff going on in here. We've got like a good hit in the beginning here. And we've got a whole like it kind of sounds like a hi-hat a little bit. I feel like a lot of these are going to be that. Except for maybe the one that was like in reverse, like this one over here. Like that. But let's pull this up into our good friend Vital. Yippee. And let me make sure you can see this too. Okay, you can see Vital. This is Vital. Vital is a good old plugin. I'm a big fan. And what we will basically be doing, we have this thing right here, oscillator. But what it really is a wavetable. Now, if you take a thing, like a bit of noise, right, and we're going to scrunch it down to its, when we can see it the most, you can see there's like back and forths, you know, how noise is. And we're going to basically take this and pull it up into Vital so that we can see it over time. So let's reopen Vital. Vital's here. We'll grab our... Where's the new one? Here. Right. And we'll take this, go into Vital. Open Vital, please. Open Vital. Hello? Alright, hold on. Vital, and 1. Why can't they both be open at the same time? That's so annoying. Close all this other stuff. There we go. So take Vital and drop it. Now we have a wave table. And as you can see, what it did is it chopped up the cough in sequence. So I'll show you the 3D version. As we scroll through, the cough happens. So if I'm playing a note, and if we just do it like this, it's taking the frequency data, but not like the like pitch data per se. And I think if we maybe... I'm not an expert. SP. Yeah, okay. I don't think there's a way for us to take this data and map it to the pitch, but this is fine. This is all we want so far. Sounds like a banjo. But we can do stuff to this this cough here. So let's phase through our thing and find some tone that we like. Ooh. I kind of like... I think that's good. So let's make like a where do we want to go? Maybe we just make like a pad. No, not a pad. Let's make like a lead synth kind of thing. Like a pluck. Let's make a pluck. We'll start there. So I'm going to bring this down like an octave. That's kind of fun. Let's make a sequence. And let's do it at like 135. It's fun. Bum 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 bada. Bum 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 bada. Bum bum bum. Let's also take so we can change it in real time. We can take one of our macro knobs and we can map like automations as we scroll through our wavetable. But I like this, how this sounds. Maybe we take our envelope and throw it on here. Now it's got some like pew 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 kind of. That's like on some acid kind of deal. And maybe we take second macro so we can. Yeah. Now let's get some reverb. And we can have macro 2 increase. Yeah. I think that's maybe too much ability on the delay. I think it's also too much here as well. Envelope. Oh, I see. Okay. Ooh. Let's also do some compression on it. We're on some compression. All right, I said maybe we would turn something into a song. I kind of feel like we're making a song. So let's come back to these. We'll make a pad in a little bit, but let's lay down our pattern first and do some automation. We'll do like 8 bars. We'll have kicks come in here, so we'll need to make a kick. So that's going to be fun. Either we can make one, or we'll let's find like a let's find a kick in here. We need something with some bass, some some. Mm. Now hold on a minute. What about you? I think we might have our kick drum right here, but we're gonna need Vital. We're gonna need some help from Vital. A new Vital has hit the stream. Oop, excuse me. Wavetable. Wait, do we want Vital? Let's think about this. What we want to do is we want to add bass to this and kind of keep this. Can I pitch splice? What does that mean? How do we want to do this? Let me think. Because what we want to do is we want to add some kicky kick to this. Let me think. So let's get rid of this. We'll keep this. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. Pitch. Do one of these. I swear this will sound like a kick drum. Sounds like a pig from Minecraft. We need this to be way shorter. I think I'm going about this the wrong way. I think we don't want Vital here. Vital is good for making our bass, but we need something else. You know what? Let's talk to Edison real quick. We're gonna talk to our friend Edison. Edison. Everyone say hi to Edison. Where are you? Where's Edison? Hello? Is it over here? Here's Edison. Let's cut this out. Cut. And let's cut this out. Cut. And now we have our whatever this is. Yeah. Ooh, wait, hold on. What the flip? What did I do? Okay, we're gonna restart. Edison, you silly Billy. I don't really use this guy too often. So maybe I'm the silly one. Okay, we want to... Oh, we wanted fade out. But not that much. Hold on. Is there no undo button? Am I silly? You can't just undo something? What the heck? Okay. Just Control Z, I guess. But we want to here cut. Cut. Fade out. I think that will be good. I think we can work with this. Cool. We could work with that. Now we'll take what I assume samples. Yeah, there we go. Now we can work with this. I'm gonna mute this and unmute all this stuff. Let's take a look at it in our equalizer. See what's up. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're going to bass boost the shit out of this, and it'll become good. That's my plan. Let's get some OTT going. Load some OTT. We're gonna bring down the highs, bring down the mids, bring up the bass, and we'll hope for the best. Swag. That's what I'm saying, Maximum Crash. We are, if you're just tuning in right now, we are building a song out of Finn's coughs. So this bass that I've made is from this sample. And we have it sounding like this. Sorry. Getting sick with it for real. And we are currently making a kick out of a different bit, which I think is here. Yeah, there it is. We are getting some good transient, though, so that's good. I think we need to pitch it down. No, that's vital. Excuse me. That was weird. Getting sick with it for real. That's what I'm saying. What the fuck? Oh, duh. Get out of here. And like any good kick, we will put some reverb on it. We want to low cut and make this really not big. I'm going to turn this down for now so we can just work on the kick for real. Until we get something we like. Need some more cowbell. We'll make one. I'll make a cowbell, like a cowbell sample. That'd be kind of fun. that's a kick drum. We are getting like a little, like a click in there somewhere. I think that's from OTT. It might also just be because the sample is doing that. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, that's good. Okay, yeah. So let's bring in some of this. Capcom versus Coughing Baby. I'm saying. That's a pretty good kick. We'll come back to it, but I think that's pretty good. And we'll make it mono. This kick has mono. So it's not like phasing itself out. And what this does for us is it gives us some context as to what the synth is going to be doing. This kick has mono. I'm saying. So let's make an automation clip real quick. My fucking favorite. Throw a fucking beach party. Sorry. Y'all like the digital circus? I like the digital circus. Right. I know what's going on. I'm with it. I'm with it, everyone. Don't worry. I know listen. I know what's happening. All right. So we're going to lead in, and then we're going to frickin' get some crazy kicks going. Yeah. That's what we're going for. That's pretty good. Let's put a track up here so we can make an automation clip for the macros that we built earlier. Which is not going to be very hard. It's just like Fruity Loops is weird where you don't get to like just pick a thing and then make an automation clip. You got to like look at all the parameters. So these are all of the knobs that are in Vital, and then you click the one you want and it's macro 3. It's all the way at the bottom here. So we're going to make an automation clip of that. And let's do 1 and 2 as well. There. We're going to Yerp. And we'll drag these on up. Move them. Thank you. Why is that so hard? And we can just have these play throughout the entire song. We can have them start, and just go until we feel like we're good. So also they're out of order because why wouldn't they be? So I'm going to move 1 up and 2 and then 3. FL Studio is the sandbox music production software, and it's really good and fun. I want to hear less of this kick, I think. So we're gonna do some more shit to it. I think yeah. let's compress it. Get some like volume squanching. I want you to play us during the next set. You let me know what you want me to put in here and make it work. Do you want some vocals of some kind, or maybe like a cough? I have a bunch of coughs that you gave me that I can put in here as a vocal. Also, big note for music makers. Use the side chain. I know people will be like, you don't need it. You don't want to just like you don't want to like squash everything. You need to make room for stuff is what I'm saying. I'm making room for the kick by making the other thing quiet. You can apply this to all things. You can make anything quiet just by making them quieter. This has been your audio lesson for the day. Let's take another cough and turn it into a hi-hat. We want something like a high pitch. The coughs are def a vibe. It's bringing back to like Sandstorm Druid era right now. I love that. The cough samples on their own make my thing of DJ Spanish Fly feel like the direction you're going, Rocks. Thank you. I'll try to interpret the rest of that later. Now hold on a minute. I forgot about this. Let's do something quick. I need to change stuff in OBS, but we're gonna make a we're gonna stretch this out is what it comes down to. And that's in here. Okay. We're gonna need to open a new window, and everyone, I want you to say hello to Audacity, because I don't know how to do this in in any other. I don't know how to do this in FL, but we're gonna fucking not install new shit. Stop Audacity, you silly MF. All right, so we have Audacity here. Hi Audacity, thank you for playing. We're going to open up. You can't see what I'm looking at, but let me see if I can just go straight to the file. Projects, tones, samples. Oh no. Who are you? Part 2. Okay. Audacity, are you still here? Good. Part 2. Bang. This is great. We want to effect spectral. No, we want like time. Where's time? Tempo. Paul Stretch. My guy. Stretch factor of 10. Yes. Hello, Audacity, indeed. So this guy Paul figured out how to make music really long by like, how do I put this? Ooh, well that was not. Fucking undo. Wait, redo Paul Stretch. Okay, there we go. He figured out how to like make music really long. So that's your cough. Long form. I'm gonna bounce this as a WAV, and we're gonna make this the they call them downers. I'm just gonna put it on the desktop. Wait, no, I'm not. I'm gonna put it in the right place. Don't Don't do that, Ryan. Yeah. Y'all can't see my files. It's fine. I know this is very interesting stuff, but I swear it's worth it. Tones. Samples. Okay. Now we have our fin downer. Bang. Check that out. This beautiful thing. And it's almost perfectly as big as we need it to be, but I'm so jazzed about this. Whoops. I want to see who am I automating here? So loud. Who am I automating? Okay, we're just automating Vital. I'm going to rename this. And then I'm going to move you over to here. Go in here. Bang. Everyone's happy. We're also going to do this to the downer and throw it in here. Whoops. Vital might have too much sauce. We're going to need to turn down the sauce a little bit. We're going to put the delay after the compression because compression's adding a lot of shit. But now let's take a listen with the fin downer. I'm going to mute these again. Crazy. And now at this part, we're going to add a hi-hat. Yeah, fin downer. Don't worry, we'll make a fin riser too, out of a different cough. I think there was actually a cough that increased in like this here. We can turn that into a riser, but we'll do that in a moment. We need to duplicate these. Bing bong. We want the hi-hats to come in here, but we need to make one. So let's figure out another sample. Beep bop boop beep beep bop. Maybe this one that's coming up? No. That will make a good riser right here. We're gonna pause stretch that too, but we'll get to that in a moment. Cool. Maybe one of these. That could work. Okay, let's do this. Oop. I don't even think we need to take it out of FL. Oop. We don't want that. What do we want to do here? That could work. You know what we also want to do is maybe frequency shift it. Let's get our frequency shifter. That's pretty good. Let's EQ it a little bit. Let's compress it a little bit actually first. With OTT. Not a ton. We don't want it to go crazy because it will absolutely hurt our ears. And then we can take out frequencies we don't like. We can even give it a fundamental based on whatever we feel. And let's high pass. Get rid of all this junk in the low region. I think a little bit of reverb. Do us good. And let's make it even shorter than it is right now. I think that's... as good as we're going to get it. So let's make a new pattern with our hi-hat on the offbeat. This might be... yeah, it's too much. Half that. There we go. I think that B note is going to be where we want to be, because our so let's add our hi-hats in here and see if that sounds... we'll have to repitch it maybe, but I think it'll be fine. That's a hi-hat. That could be a hi-hat, I think. So let's now put all this stuff in here, all this junk. Okay. Keep forgetting about the coughs. Right, we wanted to make a riser. Oh, I forgot. Out of this thing. So we're going to open our friend Audacity. Hi, Audacity. And we can get rid of this one. I don't think y'all can see. Can you see? Okay, you can. All right. We'll take this guy who I did make. Okay, we're good. Audacity. Oh my god, I keep closing my folders. Someone tell me to stop doing that. It was the only one that ended up being a part 3 here. Yep. We're going to Paul stretch this guy. And we can cut down on a lot of this. That was awesome. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Holy moly. All right. Finn Riser. God, Paul Stretch is so cool. All right, thank you, Paul. Finn Riser. Junior. Paul is a real one. But Paul's just smart. He figured out that shit. And we want it to go in the same track as the downer. So we'll put it in 4. This is FL Studio. Thank you for asking, Jeff Isley. This is I forget what version this is, but it's like maybe the second most newest one. Yeah, that's my name. FL Studio 2025. Yep. But check out this riser. I think this is the part where we find a cough to make it a snare. And this is gonna suck because I don't know if I'm good at making snares, but we'll see if we can find a good cough. I'm saying you can do so much with noise. Ew. This is so silly. I'm just gonna use this raw Hawktua type beat for real. This is gonna be like a. That's just good right there. That'll be enough. Let's move this guy over to be on. Yeah. FL Studio is pretty popular, Jeff Isley. A lot of people who I have been interacting with on the internet use it. Some of my favorite producers use it, like Porter Robinson, Eliminate, and Savant are all FL users. A lot of people swear by Ableton, and I definitely see the merit. There's a lot of people who are using that. Like Skrillex. Who else? Bishu on YouTube. Like a ton of people using Ableton. It's kind of like Virtual Riot. Everyone. I used an old version of it back when it was just called Free Loops. It's all still there. We got the sequencer. You can make your sequence and put the patterns in the sequencer. It's all there. It's a lot more, and it certainly changed. It looks so much better now. It's doing pretty good. It has all the modern amenities of what you would want from a music production software. Like, it's not missing very much, if anything. I like it. But we need to make a snare, is what it comes down to. We really need to make some kind of snare happen. Let's figure out a snare. Okay, hear me out. We're going to take this and we're going to cut it real short. And then we're going to give it reverb, and it might sound like a snare. We'll see. No promises. We're gonna fuck it up. I believe. We'll see what happens. Oh, we didn't quite get there. That's funny. Oops. Let's... Now hold on a moment. We can make a clap. I was really sampling the plague. Yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah. Yes, you were. Let's throw this in here and see what we can do EQ style. What we can do is we can make like a kind of thing, because that's like most claps are going to be like the hit and then also supplemental hits before and after. So let's see if we could take another cough, maybe here. Wait, there it is. That's what I wanted. We want that little just like fuzz in the beginning, right here. This is all we want. Fucking none. This is what we want. All right, hold on. Where's our snare? Snare's here. Yes. Yes. We're making it. We want to start a little early. Oh, we're cooking, gang. We're cooking something. We're making a fine, delicate delicacy. Yes. That's a clap. And we're gonna, of course, use our good friend OTT. Bring up the highs, bring down the mids and the lows. And I won't blow out your ears with this, but we'll repeat it until we get something we like. Sorry. Okay. Back to here. Oop, 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 oop. We don't want that. None. And we add a little bit of reverb just for flavor. A little bit of flavor. Too much? Way too much. Yeah, we were in Reverb City. We do not want to be there. And the clap does not want to be in the chain because it'll get drowned out because it's going to happen at the same time as a kick. But when in supplemental style to the kick, we get something pretty good. So let's take a listen. Mind you, we are making a song. I didn't intend to do this originally, but fuck it, we're doing it. Let's frequency our shift. Let's shift our frequency. See how we can... Now, what we're going to do is another paw stretch, but this time we're going to make a pad, and it's going to kind of just be in the background. And then we're gonna take frequencies out of it that we want. Yeah. So let's find a thing. Let's find a sample we want to stretch. That has some tone in it. Let's take that. This will do. Before we were paw stretching by a factor of 10. I think this time we're gonna do it by like 50. Let's open up our friend Audacity. Hi, Audacity. You're not allowed to make us update, so don't even ask. Thank you. Thank you. Part 5. Bang. Sounds like the Roblox oof, which I watched an entire video about today. Fruity Loops Ryan, indeed. For real. 50. Paul, you silly little guy. Let's see how we did. Good enough. Y'all can hear that, right? Okay, yeah, it's not crazy loud. It's just it's good enough. Okay, so we have this. We're gonna bounce it. Yes. Okay. Fin pad. Save. No. Okay, we'll take the fin pad. Go boop. Here it is. Now we're gonna use some science. Let's first figure out what key we're in, and then we're going to look up frequencies of that key. This is just a way to do color base. I think we're in E. The key of E. All right, I guessed correctly. Now we have this fin pad, and we are going to take our parametric EQ, and I'm going to look up frequencies that are in the key of E on Google. So excuse me for one sec. Music note to, okay, E. Okay. All right, let's grab 329 point, wait, 329.63. Key. Oh. Right, we don't have to do all that. So that's good. Oh, nope. That is a key of E. We'll make the Q very narrow. Let's grab another one. E. E5. That's another one. Oop. Don't want that. Nope. My God. That's an E. Now, what's the minor of E? I know this is a G. Okay, we're going to take a G. We're going to make a G. All right, let's take 6 and make it a G. Key, G, 5. I keep touching this. It's not the one you're supposed to touch. Sorry. I'm also going to bring these down and bring these up. And let's take 2 and make this one a G. G2. Very nice. G2. And we'll take 7 and make it another E. Maybe or this one. Sure. Down. We don't want that. There we go. We want that. Up. So now when we play this fin pad, well, that didn't work quite as well as I hoped it would. Maybe we high pass. Bow, bow. Did we even put it? Oh, we did. Okay. Yeah. Fucking cool. There's just a lot of junk in there, so it would seem. I've made a pretty convincing well, I don't know what I've made. We can keep working on it though. I think we're close to something. Let's try. Let's keep going. Let's just keep going. Key E. This one. We already have that one. Can we boost it even more? There's nothing we can do. TBH, I do have more samples, but didn't send because you figured these specific cops were better. If you want to say, no, I mean, I don't. It's not really about like the specific coughs per se. I think it's just I might be in my own brain about like what I'm trying to get out of the coughs. So let's maybe get another EQ going, and we'll bring down them even more and just keep going with it. Grab more E's. Not that one though. Yes, this one. Duh. I keep putting it easy. You need 55 coughs, 55 chuckles, 55 sniffles, 155 sneezes, 55 burps, 155 farts, and a Coke. And then let's take this one and make it a G. And 100% reason to remember the name. I love Mike Shinoda. Unironically. You know what? Chorus is going to fix me. Sure. Fucking why not? It'll just be in the background and we'll put it through the chain Everyone will be happy about it. No one's gonna be mad. No one's gonna know. It'll make a weird fucking trancey noise. Without it? With it? Yeah, this is trance music. We just don't have like the big noise that fills up the space. Wait, yes we do. I just made that. What's wrong with me? What am I talking about? Press like and subscribe. Ooh, I thought of something I want to do is put a gate on this MF. Let's open up that gross beat. Yeah, we're gonna do like a quarter gate. We can do something different. Ooh. What if I pitch shifted it down like all the way? What would that sound like? Forgot to mute them. Oops. I fear we may have cooked. That's crazy. That's very good. This is the part where I say let's resample this, but I don't think we do, because I don't really want to mess the this up. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna move everything up. Can I insert one? No, I cannot. I'm just gonna move everything up because I want something at the bottom. We're going to glitch. We're glitching. We're glitching. Everyone say hello to Glitch, one of my favorite plugins ever, because it just kind of does what the fuck ever. You'll see what I mean in a sec. It just will go and do shit, and we'll tune the shit that it does randomly, but it's just a randomizer, and it has all these different effects, and it might suck, but we can also like make it less prevalent. So let's just see what glitch does and see how it affects the beat. I like, okay, so we'll keep the tape stop. I like that one. Modulator is fine, I guess. Actually, it isn't. Retrigger is kind of sick. Shuffler's good. Reverser is good. Crusher's bad. Gate is fine. Delay is good. Stretcher, no. Run it back. Let's go back. I like what it's doing, but not all the time. So let's take a listen. It's also clicking a lot, so we're going to turn the D click up. Cool. Now let's mess with the vital parameters, and we'll fill out the rest of the song. I don't think it needs to be much more than this. I don't want to overproduce it, so we're just going to do some of this, some of these, copy one more time, copy all this stuff. Totally valid. Yeah, like, don't, you don't got to reinvent the wheel. This is just a silly cough song on the internet. We'll get rid of these. We'll bring back the riser, do the downer, do the riser again, downer. Let me grab this snare section again. Pad one more time. And call it a song. And we'll have 2 minutes of song. That's pretty good. We're gonna have a fun time, and that's what I'm talking about. Okay, I actually realized one thing is that we don't have any bass. Nothing has any bass. Like, we have this bass, but we need like a 808, like a rumble guy. But this is not what we're looking for. This is supposed to be just like a it's not what is going to be shaking the speakers. You dig? So let's get a 808 quick. We can just do that. 808s. And it doesn't have to go crazy. We literally just need it to be quarter notes. Bump, 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 bump. It can literally just be that to play throughout some of the song. And it'll just fill out that space that we were missing during this portion. Nope, that's not it. Oh. Why did it do on this pattern? That's weird. Yeah. Yeah. Literally just like that, and then like that. I've made a blunder. We need it to be different because there's the dun 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 dun, and that part should be different. So we'll do boom 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 bum 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 bum. I like it. What are we doing? Right at the end. Oh, we need the one last kick there. My bad. We need one more kick. I think the hat's too loud too. Yeah, I feel that. The Thin Laser sound are very fun, but overall there's a lot of good bones you've cooked up here. I'm known for cooking bones. also want the 808 to be different, I think. It's just a little different. What fun we've had. Let me just compress this shit real quick. Make it listenable. And then check it out in Fruity Limiter, see how it looks. Cool. I think I'm willing to call this one done, and right on time too. Sorry we started a little late, but we got there, and we have a fun little like techno-y, trancey kind of beat. A little bit ambient, a little bit of pad, a little bit of Paul stretch, a little bit of Audacity, a little bit of Vital, get some OTT, and we've made a song. And I didn't know if we were going to make a song, but we've made a song. So I'm going to bounce this out and post it in the Discord. And that's Tones After Dark. Tomorrow, tune in 8 p.m. Monday for Sketch Hour, and we'll go over the rest of the week then. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Finn, for hanging out for as long as you were. And we will catch you later.